As kids, we're always told not to talk to strangers on the internet. My friend Lauren not only talked to a stranger, but she met up with and is now dating a boy she met on the internet. Lauren and her boyfriend Cody met on Tumblr. Their conversations began as college talk, but grew into everyday talk and even more into a relationship.
On Tumblr, you follow people, and that sounds really creepy, but you follow their blog. So I guess we had mutual followers. So somehow he started following me, and I posted something about colleges that I was looking into, and I remember that one of the colleges on that list was Hillsdale because my dad had mentioned it, and he sent me a message and said, "Oh, I know where Hillsdale is, and I've heard about that school too. I might apply there." And then I was like, "Oh, that's really cool," and that's how we all started talking, which is just so random.
Lauren is from the Florida Keys, and Cody is from Bath, Maine. You couldn't really get any further without leaving the East Coast.
So we started talking around Father's Day, which is in June. And then about 2 weeks later, things kind of escalated really quickly. And so we decided, hey, we kind of like each other, but, we're going to try out this distance thing. And both of us were really new to it. We had never, ever done that kind of thing before, especially with such a long distance between Florida and Maine. So, yeah, we decided to start dating on June 26th, and that's our anniversary now.
Distance is always tough. You would think the distance would have been enough to stop them from wanting to have a relationship, but they learned how to deal.
Well, we text every day, and we try to Skype every day, but now that we both started college, it's a little bit difficult, but mainly just texting and trying to talk on the phone whenever we can, and we try to see each other as much as we can as well.
They drove to Massachusetts to meet up at the Six Flags there. It was their first time ever laying eyes on each other.
Okay, for the first time, it was the beginning of October. We met in Massachusetts at a Six Flags, and that was the first time that we met, so he met some of my family.
How did you set this all up?
We were texting back and forth, and I had family to go visit in Connecticut, so we decided to take a day and go to Six Flags, and he drove down to come see me. At first, the first time I ever saw him, I was actually kind of nervous, and I was just like, what did I get myself into? But then I got really excited, and it was one of those kind of Notebook moments. Because when I saw him standing at the entrance to Six Flags, I started sprinting towards him, and then he kind of picked me up and twirled me around, and that was the first time. And then we kissed, but then, yeah.
Lauren told her parents that she met Cody on a vacation trip because she knew that they wouldn't approve. She was right. They were not happy when they found out the truth.
At first, I told my parents that we met on vacation in Fort Myers, but then they found out later from his mom that that really wasn't the truth.
What happened when they found out?
When they found out, well, by that time, we had made plans for him to come stay with my family for a week. And when my mom found out, she was extremely mad and wouldn't talk to me for a week. And then when my dad found out, he threatened to cancel his trip down to come see me. So it would have been our second time seeing each other. But then he said that he was going to trust me on this, trust my better judgment, and let me do this. My sisters were a little skeptical at first. But, and they're just kind of shy people. But after they got to hang out with him for that week in December, they started to really open up, and they got along with him really well. And pretty much when he was there for December, he met almost my entire family. And everyone really liked him, so that was a huge relief, because that was something that I've been stressing about, especially with my parents. In the future, right now, I think both of us probably want to spend the rest of our lives with each other. I know that's definitely how I feel, and from talking to him about it, I think he feels the exact same way. So, I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, from talking to him, he says, what was it? What was the estimate that he gave me? From him, he said possibly within the next 5 years, we'd probably be getting married.
They are both very serious about this relationship, and at the moment, they are in it for the long run. It is incredible to see what can come from a relationship that had so many obstacles to overcome.